So I think that this looks a lot more like Web 1 when you had Google, Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, and 12 other search engines. I think a lot of these large transformer models are very reinforcing. And I think the likelihood that one, two, or maybe three of these models become the pervasive models is really, really high. And with that being the case, I think that there's not really a valuation that you would look at that you would bulk at relative to revenues. I mean, none of these companies have really even started capturing revenues yet. And so everybody likes to mark a company relative to its revenues or mark a company relative to its public comp. These companies, A, have no public comp because we've never seen anything like this before. I think every company in the next 5-10 years is going to be an AI company in the same way that if you look at commerce and you were a commerce company 10 years ago and you weren't invested in e-commerce as a solution, you're probably not a company anymore. So I think every company is about to become an AI model. And if there are 2 to 3 companies that are at the base layer or the foundational layer of that, the TAM is so large that marking the value of a company based on anything other than the potential would be wrong.
Now, notably, in the last mobile wave of the internet, you invested in Uber, Airbnb, Spotify, among many others, which really turned out to be applications that defined that sort of mobile era of the internet. I'm curious how you see this era of AI evolving, especially from a consumer standpoint.
I think we're looking at the exact same kind of platform shift that we saw in 2008, 2009, which was interesting because we were actually coming out of a recessionary environment. There were a lot of people that got wiped out in like the late Web 1.0, scenario. And all of a sudden there were this extraordinary emergence of this new platform that enabled things that were never possible before. We all had GPS in our pocket. We all had cameras in our pocket. And we were all able to build companies that never could have existed before. The same thing is happening now. We're going into a recessionary environment. We have a massive platform shift taking place. If the last wave of software disrupted unskilled labor, this wave is going to disrupt skilled labor. And it's happening right now, which actually is a beautiful thing because it democratizes access to skills that not everybody can get a hold of a lawyer at an affordable price today. Not everybody can get a hold of a doctor at an affordable price, a pediatrician, a tutor. These skills and that intelligence layer is now being democratized, which is going to unleash brand new business models that never existed before. And we're only at the very beginning of that right now. And this next wave of applications is going to be massive. And I think it's happening right now, right before our very eyes.